Thanks for clicking on the webcast. I'm Joe Malillo. Here's the latest from WENY-HD News and the Star-Gazette. The city is now looking to its residents to plan a major renovation project on the Elmira South Side. It's an interactive approach to city planning. Now, we've been following this South Side Rising project story since January. That's when the state gave Elmira more than $200,000 to bring new life into old industrial sites. The city looked to the people who live there for the ideas.
And the public can help steer this thing, and I think that's what we expect. We want them to look at some of the ideas we have now, tell us if they think they're good, and we want them to tell us if they think there's other things we should do.
It's actually pretty cool, you know, coming and checking it all out and knowing that I'll be able to have a say in what goes on in my community.
Councilman Royal tells us that engineering process should last until November, and then work should start by early next year. Well, the Elmira City Schools has an acting superintendent as of right now. The school board officially appointed former Deputy Superintendent Hillary Austin at last night's board meeting. Now, if the superintendent position is still vacant on July 1st, Austin's title will change to interim superintendent.
I'm looking forward to continued my support for the district in terms of supporting them at a time of transition as they look towards determining who their next superintendent will be.
Austin took the day-to-day operations of Elmira schools after Joe Hawkrider stepped down in March. Now, if everything goes to plan, we can expect more tourists here in the Finger Lakes. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced $60 million will go to help tourism throughout the state. Half of that money will go towards getting people to visit communities affected by Superstorm Sandy. The other half will get people visiting New York upstate to the Finger Lakes and other regions. Last year, there were 700,000 tourism-based jobs, and the industry creates $54 billion a year for New York State's economy. Now, here's meteorologist John Hickey with today's forecast. John.
Looks like another wet one for today, Joe, as we're expecting more widespread showers to be impacting the Twin Tiers today, and the potential for some strong to even severe thunderstorms to come through tomorrow. So still a wet period ahead for us, and looking like a dry day for Mom, although much cooler, as some much cooler temperatures are heading on in our direction behind a cold front. Now, we saw some heavy rain yesterday across portions of the Twin Tiers, about everyone getting wet, but the heaviest of the rain was between Tioga and Potter County. So the National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch for those folks. Your smaller creeks and streams, as well as your roadways, could become flooded because of some additional heavy rain potentially on the way for today. And you can see that here on Future Track. Your morning mainly dry. There are a few showers out there this morning, but the more heavy showers and more widespread showers heading our way for your afternoon, and that shows up nicely here. This is 6 o'clock on Future Track. Of course, you can always follow along with your timestamp. Now, just like we saw last night, you head into the evening hours and overnight period. Showers come to an end. 10 o'clock tonight, most of the showers coming to an end. Can't rule out some patchy drizzle or even some valley fog, thanks to a lot of the saturation of the air that we've been seeing with all the rainfall. You're waking up tomorrow mainly dry. In fact, you should even see some partial sunshine, but come the afternoon and the evening, we're going to be tracking a line of potentially strong to even severe thunderstorms, and the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has outlined this yellow shaded area to be in an elevated risk for some of these stronger thunderstorms. The greatest threat will be damaging winds, but can't even rule out hail up to 1 inch in diameter, and that's big enough to put some dents in your car as well as crack a few windshields. So of course, we'll be monitoring this situation very closely. Check back with us here at WENY.com as well as on our Facebook fan page for all the latest updates on that. As we head in towards your Saturday, still more showers around, but beyond Saturday, we finally find some drier times, although it's turning much cooler, and you'll see that on your 7-day forecast. We go from 70s and upper 60s to around 60 for Mother's Day, and even a little bit cooler for Monday. Bigger note is the low temperatures, watching for a potential frost both Sunday night and Monday night. That's your forecast. Here's Joe.
Well, thanks, John. Glad the rain holds off on Mother's Day, although it's going to be a little cold. It'll still be fun. Thanks, John, for the latest weather and sports. Be sure to watch WENY TV HD at 5:36 and 11. Don't forget to pick up a copy of today's Star-Gazette. I'm Joe Malillo. Have a great Thursday.